Fabulópolis. Productor, Gerard O'Rourke. Fabulópolis. Paolo el gato. Paolo el gato vive en Fabulópolis. Paolo vive aquí, en la calle Pescado Maloliente, número 6, para ser precisos. Paolo adora jugar con bolas de lana, como la mayoría de los gatos, y le gusta rasguñar las patas de las sillas, como la mayoría de los gatos. Pero Paolo no es como la mayoría de los gatos. Paolo es muy inteligente. No parece que lo fuera, ¿verdad? Pero lo es. ¿Sabes lo que hace Paolo cuando no hay nadie alrededor? Lee libros. Muy grandes y pesados, llenos de historias, números y casi sin ningún dibujo en ellos. Es muy inteligente, en verdad. Pero nadie en Fabulópolis sabía qué tan inteligente era Paolo, porque no quería ser diferente. Es inteligente, pero quiere ser un gato común. A veces la gente de Fabulópolis le decía:
Eres muy inteligente, ¿verdad, Paolo?
Y él contestaba: no, soy un gato común. Nuestra historia comienza una mañana a orillas del mar. En esa soleada mañana, Paolo está de vacaciones. Se recuesta en la playa, asegurándose de tener suficiente loción para el sol. Construye castillos de arena.
He enjoyed nice, cool drinks. Every now and again, he would run into the sea for a swim. Paolo was having a great time. Such a great time, in fact, that he decided to read some of his favorite book, The Advanced Guide to Molecular Physics for Felines. Isn't that just the most difficult book you've ever heard of? While he read and studied the very difficult book, Cornelius the crab scuttled up to him and saw what he was reading.
You're very clever, aren't you, Paolo?
He asked. No, said Paolo. I'm just a regular cat. And he gave Cornelius a big smile. Cornelius laughed and scuttled off to get some ice cream, though not before giving Paolo a naughty pinch with his big pincers. Cornelius is a very naughty crab. Suddenly, a young penguin found she had swum out too far and she couldn't touch the ground with her feet. She started to panic and cry. Nobody knew what to do. Mr. Johnson the panda shouted, "What will we do?" He was very concerned for the poor young penguin. Lola the mosquito shouted, "What will we do?" She was very afraid for the poor young penguin. The small green thing shouted, in a cute squeak, which was his way of saying, "What will we do?" Not one person knew what to do. Except Paolo. Paolo put down his big heavy book and had a quick look around. He was thinking to himself very calmly, as, being very clever, he knew how important it was to stay calm in an emergency. He spotted a piece of rope nearby and tied it quickly to a rubber ring. He then threw it out to the young penguin, who took hold of it. Paolo tried to pull the penguin to the shore with all of his might, but the current was strong, and Paolo was only a little cat. So Paolo, being clever, realized that the clever thing to do would be to get help. Paolo asked everyone nearby to help him pull the little penguin safely ashore. Mr. Johnson the panda took hold of the rope and pulled with all of his might, but nothing happened. Lola the mosquito took hold of the rope and pulled with all of her might, but once again nothing happened. The small green thing wanted to help, but he was so small that he was afraid. Paolo smiled at the small green thing and told him that even though he was small, his help would make a big difference. So, the small green thing took hold of the rope and pulled with all of his might. This time, something did happen. With the small green thing's help, the baby penguin moved. Slowly but surely, they all pulled the penguin to shore. Finally, the penguin was safe. Everyone let out a big sigh of relief. Paolo calmly went back to reading his big heavy book, not wanting to cause a fuss. "You're very clever, aren't you, Paolo?" said Mr. Johnson. Paolo replied, "No, I'm just a regular cat." But when Paolo returned home to Fishden Street, word had traveled about Paolo's quick thinking. Everyone was talking about how Paolo had saved the young penguin and how clever he was. In fact, everyone was so pleased about what Paolo had done that they threw him a big party with cakes and drinks and party games. Everyone made Paolo feel really good about how his clever thinking had saved the day. He realized that, once in a while, it is okay to be more than just a regular cat. In fact, it's a great thing to be clever. Nowadays, when someone says to Paolo, "You're very clever, aren't you?" he has a different answer. Now he beams a big smile and says, "Well, maybe just a little."